What's up everybody, it's Sean here and I'm back today to give you guys a review of the Nike Zoom Vomero 5 in this yellow strike or Varsity Maize colorway. So this is a summer ready colorway of the Nike Zoom Vomero 5, which released earlier this month for a price of $160 US or $210 here in Canada. Though online on sneaker blogs and sneaker websites, they've been calling this the Varsity Maize colorway, the official colorway for this shoe, according to the box, is yellow strike and metallic silver. And if you've been remotely interested in sneakers this year and last year, you've probably seen the rise in popularity of the Nike Zoom Vomero 5. So this was originally released as a running shoe back in 2011. And fast forward over a decade later, it's really become one of Nike's most popular silhouettes, especially from a lifestyle perspective. So people aren't really wearing these to run anymore, but it's been much more accepted to wear these casually and just for everyday use. So because of that, Nike's been churning out a ton of different colorways, and this is one that really caught my eye. So diving into the details of this shoe, the base layer of the sneaker as visible on the toe box, this is covered in this mesh layer which has this honeycomb shaped pattern to it. Overlaid on top of the toe box, we have these overlays of dark yellow suede, and this is a synthetic suede, but it still has a bit of a fuzzy and long-haired feel to it to the touch. Surrounding the front toe cap, we have this synthetic yellow leather, and we have these strips of reflective 3M on both sides. This same leather covers the U-throw area of the shoe, as well as on the side of the toe box, but we have these two stripes of darker yellow found here as well. On the mid panel of the shoe, we have this rubberized cage, which is a typical look that you see across all your Zoom Vomero 5s. And then overlaid on top of this, we have your Nike swoosh, and this is entirely constructed in reflective 3M in silver. Moving downwards, we have more of that synthetic yellow leather with those two darker yellow strips running down from top to bottom. Surrounding the top portion of the ankle collar area, we have more of that mesh that we saw earlier on the toe box. Beneath this, we have another strip of reflective silver 3M, and we have the Nike logo embroidered in the center in yellow. And then wrapping around the bottom of the heel, we have this TPU or plastic heel cup, and this helps to contain and support the back of your foot. And as you can see, just like any other Zoom Vomero 5, it has this triangular shaped pattern to it, and this again is visible on both sides of the shoe. In terms of laces, so these only come with one lace option, and they're a flat style lace done in a mix of white and gray. Underneath this, we have a well padded tongue, and the top layer is covered in that same mesh that we saw on the toe box and the ankle collar area. Running down the center, we have this nylon strip with this reflective 3M layer running down the center as well. And then the top of the tongue is covered in more of a tightly wound mesh in yellow. And we have this woven tag on the top with Nike Vomero 5 branding done in a mix of yellow and white. The interior of the shoe is softly padded, and it's covered in this yellow colored mesh, which is a bit brighter compared to the mesh found on the tongue. And then taking a look at the insoles, so these come with a well padded foam insole. It's covered in a yellow colored mesh on the top, and we have Bill Bowerman, who is the co-founder of Nike. His branding is stamped onto the heel. And if I flip the insole over to the other side, you'll see instead of a typical foam insole, these actually resemble styrofoam. So this is a similar insole you'll see, for example, on the Nike Kobe 6. So straight out of the box, these types of insoles have much more of a firmer feel, but the good thing about this is the more you wear them, they really form to the shape of your foot, and over time, it really becomes that much more comfortable. Moving on, so the upper of the shoe sits atop a full-length Cushlon foam midsole. So this midsole is painted in a combination of dark yellow on the top, white throughout the majority of the forefoot, along with a bright yellow towards the lateral side of the heel. And encased within this midsole but not visible to the eye, we do have Nike Zoom Air both underneath the forefoot as well as underneath the heel of the shoe. Finally, turning this pair over to the bottom, so this outsole is constructed out of a combination of light yellow and dark yellow rubber. Just like any other Zoom Vomero 5, we have that same waffle style traction pattern, along with these horizontal grooves or cutouts that gives you added flexibility as well. And then underneath the rubber on the medial side, we have this yellow colored TPU shank plate, which is there to give you additional stability, and it helps with torsional rigidity and midfoot support. So that breaks down the look and the construction of these Zoom Vomero 5s. And for those wondering about sizing, so to me, these fit perfectly true to size, even if your feet are a little bit wider, because I find that the toe box of the Zoom Vomero 5 is decently spacious for those of us who have a bit of a wider foot. So whatever size you actually measure as on a Brannick device, so go to a shoe store, measure your foot, that's exactly the size that I would get for this shoe. So for me, I'm a true size 10, slightly on the wider side. I picked these up in a size 10, and they fit me extremely comfortably. Moving on to the comfort, so the Zoom Vomero 5, if anything, is known to be one of the most comfortable Nike running shoes on the market, and it really focuses on a soft underfoot feeling. So you take that very comfortable running shoe from 2011 and you use it as an everyday shoe for 2023, and you can only imagine how great these feel underfoot. So a combination of the Cushlon foam midsole with the Zoom Air underneath the forefoot and the heel, that gives you a good mixture of a soft, pillowy feel, but with those two Zoom Air units, it's not going to be an overly soft and mushy feel. You'll still feel that bounce back and the responsiveness. So I think that's part of the reason why this shoe is so popular. And to add to that, the upper of the shoe is very lightweight with a bunch of meshes on top. It's also very breathable too. So this is a very solid option to wear in the hot summer months. Finally, in terms of the quality and the craftsmanship on this shoe, so despite being labeled as premium on the shoebox, honestly, there's nothing really premium about the materials. Keep in mind though, these were originally intended as a 2011 running shoe, so it kind of explains why it's all synthetic materials. You don't want real suede on a running shoe because it's going to get messed up pretty quickly. So for this pair, for example, we have a bunch of meshes and then synthetic suedes and synthetic leathers, which honestly from a quality standpoint was not good at all. But it matches the intention and the purpose of this shoe, which totally makes sense. But from a build and craftsmanship standpoint, I thought this pair was pretty well put together. I thought the stitch job was good, the paint job was good, there weren't too many glue stains or long threads that I had to trim off myself. So all in all, I really had no complaints about this pair once I got them in hand. So with all that out of the way now, let me toss these on feet. I'll lace them up and I'll show you guys how these look. Even though the Zoom Vomero 5 is extremely popular these days, I know this colorway is definitely not going to be one for everyone. I posted a photo of these on my Instagram and the comments on them were kind of mixed. I got some comments of people that saying these were amazing, and some people were saying that they were too loud and too out there for them to pull these off. Like I said in the beginning, this is a very solid shoe for the summer. Obviously it's very bright, it's very bold, and yellow and white shoes aren't going to be for everyone, but I think I could pull them off with probably a more neutral fit, allowing the shoe to really shine and be the star of the outfit. And with running shoes in that 2011 era, around that time period, I for example remember picking up the Air Max 2013, and the colorways that I picked up for those shoes were extremely loud as well. So I think this colorway and this shoe fits in perfectly with that time period and that aesthetic. So let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about this Yellow Strike or Varsity Maize Nike Zoom Vomero 5? Is this a shoe that you think you can pull off? Is it too loud and too bold for you? And for anyone that's a fan of this shoe, have you already picked these up? Are you potentially waiting for these to go on sale or hit the outlets? Let me know down below, what do you guys think? If you guys like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. You can follow me on Instagram at esco8, follow my Twitter account at sean.go, and visit my website at seango.ca. So until next time, thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this review, and I'll catch you guys all in the next one.